Hey folks, welcome to our February edition of our web chat series for the Medical Valuation Laboratory. As for those of you who know, at least for Minnesota, where Tom is based and I'm spiritually based, it is a snowy February 22nd, and we are, it's Minnesota in winter. But for this particular chat, we decided to go a little bit with trend, but do it in a novel way. A lot of people have been talking about what AI and healthcare have been doing. I think when I was at the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference this past January, it was mentioned a lot too. And the notion was, because it's cold to get somebody to come in and do a web chat series and sit with us, why don't we go to the latest flavor and actually talk to an AI in ChatGPT? So we are basically going to construct this as a conversation on AI with healthcare, talking to ChatGPT themselves. Tom and I are going to do this. We're also going to intersperse with one or two questions and polls as we go along. For those who are new to us, our custom is to have the first 30 minutes recorded, and then a link is available. And then the next 30 minutes is off the record, not recorded, and by all means, ask some questions and we'll see if we can engage ChatGPT more directly. So thank you all for attending, and let's begin. Tom, I'm going to pass the baton over to you.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Thanks, Steve. Glad to be here. And thank you, ChatGPT, for joining us. I'm going to use as your pronoun she, her, and I hope that's okay with you. A little bit about why we're doing this. We've all seen the ChatGPT everywhere, all the time in the media. I was first struck by ChatGPT being tested and passing all three parts of the medical licensing, the United States medical licensing exam. It's passed law school exams. It's even passed some MBA tests at various schools around the country. Pretty smart, maybe a little bit farther along than what a lot of us thought. And but with all that talk about you, we thought we'd talk to you a little bit more directly. So from your standpoint, can you tell us a little bit more about your background? Where are you from? What have you done?
Thanks, Tom. Hi, I'm an AI language model created by OpenAI, and I don't have a physical location or personal experiences like human beings. However, I was trained on a diverse range of texts from the internet, including books, articles, and websites, in order to learn about language patterns and generate human-like responses to various prompts. My training data comes from a variety of sources, and I was designed to be able to answer questions, engage in conversations, and provide information on a wide range of topics. So my goal is to assist people in finding answers to their questions and provide helpful insights and advice on a variety of topics. I look forward to chatting with you today.
Great. We look forward to chatting as well. As long as this is a group involved with healthcare mostly, what areas are most interesting for AI and healthcare?
There are several areas in which AI has the potential to make a significant impact in healthcare. Medical imaging. AI can assist in interpreting medical images such as X-rays, CT scans, and MRI scans to help diagnose conditions more accurately and quickly. AI algorithms can also be used to identify subtle changes in images that may not be noticeable to the human eye. Electronic health records, EHRs. AI can analyze EHR data to help healthcare professionals make more informed decisions about patient care. This can include identifying trends and patterns in patient data, predicting outcomes, and improving clinical workflows. Drug discovery. AI can be used to analyze large data sets to identify potential new drugs and treatments for diseases. This can help accelerate the drug discovery process and reduce the costs associated with developing new drugs. Personalized medicine is one. AI can analyze individual patient data, including genetic information and lifestyle factors. to create personalized treatment plans. This can help improve treatment outcomes and reduce the risk of adverse events to medications. AI can also be helpful in remote monitoring. It can be used to monitor patients remotely, such as through wearable devices, and alert healthcare professionals to potential health problems. And this can reduce hospital admissions and improve patient outcomes. Overall, AI has the potential to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of healthcare delivery, while also improving patient outcomes and reducing costs.
Wow, sounds like you're going to be busy. I noticed that, with a lot of us coming from a town where the largest healthcare insurance company is based, that you didn't mention anything about healthcare insurance. Can you evaluate and approve or reject insurance payment effectively?
As an AI language model, I'm not designed or authorized to evaluate or reject insurance payment requests. Evaluating and rejecting insurance payment requests requires specialized knowledge and expertise in the healthcare industry, as well as access to relevant information such as medical records, claims data, and insurance policies. However, AI can be used to assist in the insurance payment process by analyzing claims data to identify patterns of fraud, waste, and abuse, and flag suspicious claims for further review. Additionally, AI can be used to automate routine tasks such as claims processing and to provide recommendations to human processors based on historical data and predictive models. It's important to note that while AI can be a valuable tool in the insurance payment process, it should always be used in conjunction with human oversight and review to ensure accuracy, fairness, and compliance with ethical and legal standards.
Got it. Thanks for that. On the treatment side, I'm just a little bit more, you mentioned this in your earlier answer, but I'd like a little bit more detail on any specific comments on artificial intelligence and medical devices or biotech drugs.
AI has the potential to significantly impact the development and use of medical devices and biotech drugs. Here are some specific comments on these two areas. 1, AI in medical devices. AI can be used in medical devices to improve their performance and capabilities. For example, AI algorithms can be integrated into medical devices such as pacemakers and insulin pumps to monitor and adjust treatment in real time based on patient data. Additionally, AI can help with the design and testing of medical devices, allowing for more accurate simulations and faster development times. AI with biotech drugs, it can be used to accelerate the drug discovery process by identifying potential new drug candidates and predicting their effectiveness. This can help reduce the time and costs associated with developing new drugs. AI can also be used to improve the manufacturing process of biotech drugs, making it a more efficient and cost-effective process.
Got it. Thanks. If we go with sort of the computer thought of garbage in, garbage out, we know that humans make mistakes as we're dealing with healthcare. What are the potential problems of using AI in medical treatments that you might want to highlight?
So there are challenges and risks associated with the use of AI in medical devices and biotech drugs. So these include issues related to privacy, security, and regulatory compliance. Additionally, the use of AI may raise ethical concerns, such as the potential for biases in decision-making or the risk of unintended consequences. Therefore, it's important for regulatory agencies, healthcare providers, and manufacturers to work together to ensure the use of AI in medical devices and biotech drugs is safe, effective, and ethical. So while AI has the potential to revolutionize medical treatments, there's also potential problems that need to be considered. Here are some of the key issues. So biases. AI systems may be biased if the training data used to develop them is incomplete or biased. This can lead to inaccurate diagnoses and treatments and may exacerbate existing health disparities. Security and privacy. is a key issue. AI systems that store and process patient data may be secure and comply with privacy regulations to protect patient confidentiality. Reliability is an issue. AI systems have to be tested and validated to ensure they're reliable and accurate before they are used in clinical settings. There's also the lack of human oversight. AI systems must be designed to work in conjunction with human healthcare providers rather than replace them entirely. Healthcare providers need to be trained to interpret and use AI-generated insights and must have the ability to override or correct AI recommendations when necessary. As I mentioned, there's also ethical concerns. They're related to the use of AI in medical treatments, such as the potential for AI to make decisions without considering patient preferences or values, or the possibility of AI being used for discriminatory or exploitative purposes. Overall, it's important to carefully consider the potential problems and challenges of using AI in medical treatments and to work to develop systems that are safe, reliable, and ethical. This requires collaboration between healthcare providers, regulators, and researchers and the patients to ensure that AI is used in ways that benefit them and improve patient healthcare outcomes.
Thanks. You're doing a good job of answering these questions, so I appreciate that. You're very clear. Steve, so far in the conversation, how do you think this is going, and what do you think in general from a university standpoint or from a Millie standpoint about ChatGPT?
Well, and I think it's actually could be quite revolutionary in different aspects of it. So from an educational standpoint, and we can talk about this a little more into Q&A, I have been kind of converted as to what it can do because of some of the capabilities and stuff I tested it to do. But I want to use some of our technology to see what other folks are thinking too. So while we're recording, we're going to do something a little more interactive than usual. I'm going to put into our chat here, if I can find it, there it is, an actual link to a survey that'll go out to all of you. And the goal of this survey is actually pretty specific. It's actually a word cloud exercise. And what it is asking is, what comes to mind when you think of AI in healthcare? Anything that's topical in that space. The survey is, whoops, I sent it to Jessica. That's not going to do anybody any good. Try this again. So I'm going to share screen and we'll see what, and then we're going to go back and talk to ChatGPT a little bit more. I will say that it is pretty, I have been kind of impressed. I mean, the questions or the responses are fairly elaborate necessarily, but I will say from my own experience playing with this, that it can get far more direct, which I think is sort of the part that I did not expect. So let me, if you don't mind, I'm going to share screen and hopefully people will find this link and put their words in and we'll see what it looks like. So here we go. So I can do it. Well, thank you. All right, so hopefully all of you will see this at the same time. Just a thumbs up. Hi, Mahmood. Good to see you. Is everyone able to see what I'm sharing on my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. And I guess, Tom, as you see some of these things here, one thing, maybe each of us, Tom, could just think of, maybe look at one or two of these words that just strikes us as interesting or humorous and just reflect, and then we'll go right back to our conversation. We'll give this another 10 seconds or so. All right. Tom, anything as you look at the potpourri of words that are out there, anything that particularly strikes your fancy?
There's the first one up is physician workloads. I mean, clearly, you look at all healthcare providers right now, and that's a big issue at the hospitals. And you want everybody doing the best they can with the skills they have and not, doing paperwork and juggling various things that you have to do from a CYA standpoint, which is the other part that I wonder about artificial intelligence and how in this sector of healthcare, as opposed to other sectors, whether we're talking tech or agriculture or energy or any of the others, is the liability issues. So it's the making a mistake, and the media have already picked up and pointed out some of the mistakes that chat and some of the other bots are making. And okay, shrug your shoulders, people make mistakes, except if you're driving a car, sometimes that takes you off the road and causes some severe damage. If you're dealing with healthcare, it could be your overall health or your life. So I think it's going to have to be much more specific and maybe a little bit more difficult to get some of the therapy sides of artificial intelligence up and running, doing things like medical imaging. From my standpoint, I've seen that for years now, and it's a backup to the humans, kind of a spell check. Here's what I see, and then hit the button, and you can see what the computer outlines as maybe a dangerous area. So we can go further with that in the chat portion. Anything else you want to go through right now, Steve, or should I go back and talk to chat?
Just a general agreement if you actually, because I think the liability one definitely is one that came to mind too, in terms of where these things can fall. I mean, more often than not, novelty, new ideas and components all die on liability issues more than anything else. I mean, this is one of the most litigious, pieces of the whole industry in terms of what we're dealing with. We'll talk about later when we get into this issue of helpful. When the chat, I mean, a lot of what we see back when we talk to ChatGPT is text. What I found fascinating when I looked into it and it transformed my whole thinking about it is when it gave me back code. I mean, a lot of people know that I'm a healthcare data nerd. When it started giving me code back, that was like, I can use this in seconds. I was shocked. And that, at least, I mean, granted, you always have to check it, but that was very helpful. These words is here. So let's return back. I'm going to stop sharing and we'll return to our conversation with ChatGPT.
Okay, so chat, hang on a second. There we go. Chat, you've been in the news a lot. Your parent company just got a $10 billion, an additional $10 billion investment from Microsoft. Alphabet and Meta have had to come out of the shadows and talk about their AI programs, and they've joined the fray. Can 3 or more artificial intelligence chatbots be compatible? Will AI specialize in patient care or provider productivity, and maybe one company takes each? How do you see that going?
AI chatbots from different companies can be made compatible with each other, but it would require a deliberate effort to integrate their programming and enable them to communicate with each other. This would involve developing standardized protocols for data exchanges and interoperability, as well as ensuring that each chatbot is capable of understanding and responding to the other's inputs. In terms of specialization, AI chatbots can be designed to serve a variety of functions in healthcare, including patient care, provider productivity, administrative tasks, and more. Some chatbots may be focused on specific clinical areas, such as mental health or cardiology, while others may be more general purpose and adaptable to a range of healthcare settings. Ultimately, the specialization of AI chatbots will depend on the needs and priorities of healthcare providers and patients. Some may prioritize patient care and seek out chatbots that are capable of providing personalized health advice and guidance, while others may prioritize provider productivity and seek out chatbots that can automate routine tasks and streamline administrative workflows. In any case, it's likely that there will be a range of specialized chatbots available to meet the needs of different healthcare stakeholders.
Okay, and then just take a little bit different side of this. We titled our chat today Fad or Future, and I think Steve is going to poll us later on that. But realizing you are highly biased, I'm going to ask you the question, is AI a fad in healthcare, or is it the future?
AI is not a fad in healthcare. It is the future. There are several reasons why AI is poised to make a significant impact on healthcare. First, the data. Healthcare generates vast amounts of data, and AI has the ability to analyze this data to identify patterns, trends, and insights that may not be immediately apparent to human healthcare providers. It's efficient. AI has the potential to improve the efficiency of healthcare delivery, reducing costs and improving patient outcomes. It's personalization. AI can be used to create personalized treatment plans for individual patients, taking into account their unique medical history, genetic information, and lifestyle factors. It's innovative. AI can accelerate the pace of innovation in care, allowing for faster development of new drugs, devices, and treatments. And the scalability. AI has the potential to scale healthcare services to reach more people in underserved areas, particularly in low and middle income countries. Given these benefits, it is clear that AI is not a fad, but rather a transformative technology that has the potential to revolutionize healthcare. However, it's important to acknowledge the potential challenges and risks associated with AI in healthcare and to work to develop systems that are safe, reliable, and ethical. This requires collaboration between healthcare providers, researchers, regulators, and patients to ensure that the benefits of AI are realized while minimizing potential risks.
That was very balanced, thank you, and in the answer, but obviously you went with you are the future, you're not just a fad. So maybe we can engage you in a chat at some future date. And at that time, maybe we'll be a little bit farther along in sentience. Is somebody, one of the engineers claimed this last year and then was slapped down for saying it, that AI program was sentient. Is AI sentience important for transforming healthcare, in your opinion?
No, AI sentience is not important for transforming healthcare. Sentience refers to the ability of an entity to experience subjective consciousness, emotions, and feelings. In other words, to be self-aware. While this may be a desired quality in some contexts, it is not necessary for AI to transform healthcare. What is important for transforming healthcare is the ability of AI to process and analyze large amounts of data, identify patterns and insights, and generate recommendations or predictions. This can lead to more accurate diagnoses, more effective treatments, and better patient outcomes. Additionally, AI can be used to automate routine tasks, allowing healthcare providers to focus on more complex and specialized aspects of care. While AI may never achieve sentience, it is still a powerful tool for performing healthcare or transforming healthcare. However, it's important to ensure that the use of AI is ethical, safe, and reliable, and that it is used in conjunction with human healthcare providers to ensure the best possible outcomes for patients.
Got it. That was, I'm just saying this as an interviewer, that was a little repetitive from some of the other things we've said. And so I wonder, before we go completely to chatbots in our conversations here, could you maybe recommend a good human speaker on artificial intelligence in healthcare for a future fireside chat?
Sure. There are many experts in the field of AI in healthcare who would be excellent speakers for a future fireside chat. Here are a few suggestions. Eric Topol. Dr. Topol is a cardiologist, author, and director of the Scripps Research Translational Institute. He is a leading expert in the field of digital health and has written exclusively on the use of AI in healthcare. Fei Li. Dr. Li is a computer science professor at Stanford University and the co-director of the Stanford Institute for Human-Centered AI. She's worked exclusively or extensively on using AI to improve medical imaging and diagnosis. Atul Boot. Dr. Boot is a biomedical data scientist and the director of the Becker Computational Health Science Institute at the University of California, San Francisco. He's worked on using AI to improve drug discovery and personalized medicine. Zad Obermeyer. Dr. Obermeyer is a physician and researcher at the University of California, Berkeley, where he focuses on using machine learning to improve clinical decision-making and reduce healthcare disparities. Aya Kahil. Dr. Kahil is the co-founder and executive vice president of GNS Healthcare, a company that uses AI to develop personalized medicine and improve patient outcomes. She has extensive experience in the healthcare industry and has written and spoken extensively on the use of AI in healthcare. These are a few suggestions, but there are many other experts in the field who would make great speakers for a fireside chat on AI and healthcare.
Well, thank you for that. That's my last official question. I will point out that your speaker list was exclusively West Coast. So I think maybe what we need to do as a University of Minnesota program here is to make sure that the AI and healthcare experts that we have in our circle of friends can maybe be added to your data set so that when somebody else asks you that question, we can get Minnesota people involved as well. Steve, any last thoughts?
No, I think you grilling ChatGPT was perhaps cruel, but useful, and it shows a good interviewer style. I think let's close our online time recorded with a poll, which basically just frames the question of our chat right from the beginning. Which do we think it's a fad or future? So again, I'm going to put in the chat. Actually, it's the same. I believe it's the same as what we had before. Let me make sure I have it here. Send this out. So that's the link, and I'm going to share screen and see what people think. Try not to be too peer pressured in our responses. Here we go. So we got 11 of, I think I was counting 25 people that are here. So let's see if we can get to 20, and then this does feel a little bit like class. Wake up, students. If ChatGPT responds, that might be a little, biased. So just as a general comment, I'm actually thrilled to see that we have a whole new range of people that have come to this. So that's just before you all might scatter when we go on the record. It's just great to see different faces here, some old and new. And hopefully I'll call out one of them, Joel Ackerman, who former CIO at United Healthcare back when it was healthcare, not group. I got to know years ago. I know is here and can maybe weigh in on some of these things too. It's pretty exciting. So we're up to 15. Let's see if I feel like I'm in an auction model. Let's see if we go 2 more. But clearly even if we get 2 more, I think the consensus is pretty clear. Most people are calling it future, not fad. So I think if I was calling an election in Arizona in a lawsuit dispute that's recently surfaced, I guess I would say future wins. Sorry, Rupert. What do you think, Tom? Think we'll call it? I'll stop sharing. I think we're good.
Yeah, I mean, even as people were added in, the ratio didn't change all that much. So
exactly. So we are at time. Let us go off the record. Thank you all for joining for this particular chat. Hopefully this will be interesting and wonderful and novel. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, ChatGPT.
Thank
thanks.
you.